Welcome back again to our channel. I don't know how many people will have watched the other videos that I've put out over the weekend because I'm working all this weekend, so I'm filming everything in advance just so that you've always got content each day to watch. What we're going to do today, we're going to take two of the tricks we've learned, the twins trick and also the freeway prediction trick, and we're going to merge them into one trick, just because I think it's a good way to sort of go over what we've learned in the last couple of lessons, and also it will show you that you can take stuff you've already learned and use it to make your own tricks, which is exactly what I did when I learnt these two tricks. I've merged them a few times, and it tends to have fairly staggering effects, just because it's so many predictions all rolled into one, and also it'll be a great opportunity for you guys to practice what you've learned over the course of the last video. So we're going to do that now. So here we go then, guys. This is the deck of cards we're going to use, same deck we've been using the whole time. The deck is in a random order, but as you would when you start a card trick, it's always best to give the spectator the opportunity to look through and check for themselves and give them a shuffle. I'm doing the overhand shuffle because that's what you'll find most spectators will use. So if we just give these a shuffle and a bit of a cut. So the first stage is to go through, and now what you're doing is you're taking out your first two predictions, and you know how this works. So we'll go through and we'll take out our first two predictions. So, and again with this, one thing I wanted to show you is that when I'm picking a prediction with a spectator, I tend to do something that looks slightly like this. So what I do is I've got my first prediction and I'm looking now for my second prediction, which is going to be in here somewhere. So I might just pull up a random card and look them dead in the eye and maybe that's not, no, not that one, not that one, not that one. Let's go, let's have a little look. Okay, so this one. And then I'll look them in the eye and I'm happy that that's the card we're going to use as our second prediction. Just as a presentational option there for you to give it that mind reading look. But I've got my two predictions here. As in the other trick, I just turn them straight over. So I've got the 8 of diamonds and the 9 of diamonds. So what we'll do is we run through and we're going to ask the spectator to say stop whenever they are ready. So they're going to say stop, and we're going to take the first prediction, we're going to pop that in face up, lose it into the deck. We're then going to do exactly the same. So we're just going to go through the cards and they're going to say stop whenever they are ready. So if they said stop there, we'd take the 8 of diamonds, that would go just there. Lost into the deck, as fair as could possibly be. Now, at this point you can cut, but obviously in one of my other videos I have explained the outcomes of cutting and how that can work. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to do a lovely neat little ribbon spread, and you can see our two prediction cards are just here. So we're going to then go in and take out that one and that one. Now the beauty of this is because neither of these tricks work on how many cards there are in the deck, you could even do it with an incomplete deck. So that's exactly how we're going to do the next part of the trick. So you could then hand this out to be shuffled again. It's absolutely fine. They could shuffle up all the cards and take it back. You'd say, I'm going to take this one step further. You could do this for 5 people. You could do this for 1 person, but I think it's very impressive. So if I was to then go through, making the eye contact as I look for my next set of prediction cards, I'd take out, say, this, yes, this very card right here. That will go there. And then we're going to get our next set of predictions. So I'm going with we'll take this one. I've just done this in a slightly different order just because it's the card I came to first, and this one. So then you do your cut deeper principle, as I showed you on the last video, which is 1/3 of the cards face up like so, and then you take the next 2/3, pop those there, and then we put that bit on top. As we pick the cards up, you turn them all face up, you go through, you say you've left me with a face up section, a face down section, and also a further face up section. So we're going to use this first section here, and we're not going to use those ones specifically. We're going to take the next card and pop it on top. We're then going to divide these where they stop being face down and start being face up, and we're going to put those there. Now this part of the trick works the same as the last video. So these are the cards that we've cut to. We've got the 3 of hearts, the Jack of spades, and the Ace of spades. And because this is a soulmate trick, I'm not saying I've got duplicates in the deck, but I am saying that I will have found the soulmate. So as you can see, it never fails if you've practiced it enough. We've found the 3 soulmates of the cards that the spectator has independently cut to. Now, also, with this version of the trick, you can see, I mean, that's worked absolutely fine. So we could have that like that, just so you can see, and then we're left with these 2, which of course you now know is the 9 of hearts and the 8 of hearts. And that is an amazing 5-way prediction trick. In this video I'm not going to do the tutorial for that trick, because if you go back through my old videos you will see that the twins trick and also the 3-way prediction trick are in my channel. So if you want to go back and learn how to do both of those, practice them independently, and then you have the option of merging them into one trick and using that as a lovely routine for 5 people. And you could really go to town on it. You know, you could really ham it up and sort of maybe act like you're making mistakes as you go, and sort of have a little bit of a laugh and a joke with the spectator. But as I've always said, presentational options are entirely down to you. That's what this whole series on self-working magic is all about, is about you working on your presentation skills. So practice the 2 tricks, practice also the key card trick that I've taught you, and use those on spectators as much as you can, just so that you get a good idea of how all of the magic works. And in our next video, when I come back from work after the weekend, we're going to be learning our first sleight of hand. So make sure you've got your cards with you for that. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much.